Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. We've got a pair of trail cams. This comes as a two-piece kit and they're from SunTekCam from Amazon of all places. Only cost me $69 in tax and that worked out pretty good. Now you do get two cameras and you get a couple of straps that are quick systems. Okay, so basically not technically a ratchet strap, but they work. A little skinny considering the belt on this thing is pretty freaking wide, but hey, whatever works and floats the boat. It does have a tripod mount too, so you can mount them on like those light stands. I actually have one, or any kind of stand that you can adapt this to, regular tripod even. So whatever floats your boat on that one. Now, we want to talk about these because this says on the ad that these are mini trail cameras, 2-pack, 24 megapixel, 1080p. Game camera, motion activated, 65 foot, night vision, waterproof for hunting, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you get the spiel, right? So 1080p and 24 megapixel. That sounds pretty respectable, doesn't it? For like, you know, well, they're now $79.09, so I guess I got a discount somewhere, but whatever. It cost me $70 in tax. I ain't complaining. And I've been doing some testing with them, and we're going to get to that. But first I want to show you a couple of things about these things. First of all, you open them like this and voila, 4 AA batteries. I think I'm going to switch to rechargeables though. The batteries do last for quite a long time though. I had them set up overnight and then I set them up, I think it was the next day or the day after, did some daytime stuff because they are full color during the daylight hours, but once it becomes nighttime enough that it's dark enough, it basically goes to black and white. So, you know, or grayscale, whatever you want to call it. So each one of these things, you can power them from a separate power supply as well. Not sure how you're going to pull that off other than using them for home security purpose, but out in the bush, probably not. Anyways, batteries it is. You do have Type-C ports on this. We're not sure exactly why because, well, the instructions aren't the world's greatest, but they're fairly good. Come to think of it, that's how they said, oh yes, that was right. They actually said that you have some USB cables in this thing so you can transfer the stuff off your micro SD. This way you don't have to take it out, right? That's what that was for. I forgot. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. I'm being a little humorous, okay? I've been baking in the sun all day, painting the roof of a trailer, so, you know, hey, work is work. But we do have micro SD slot. Now you don't get any micro SD cards. Supply your own from 32 gig to, I think it was 256 gig. And so I got a pair of 128s. They're made by Lexar and they were on sale for 20 bucks a pop at Best Buy. So snagged a matching set and you need class 10 or higher, which pretty much everything is now anyway. So there you go. So when we fire this thing up, we're going to go to test mode first. And in here, everything is date, time indexed by day, month, year, the whole shebang, right? So if we hit our mode button, that's going to give us our menu. Now, I'm going to have to read this off to you, but you've got mode, you've got photo resolution, photo series, video resolution. Your up and down buttons, by the way. This is your down, and this top one is your up, okay? So anyways, audio recording as well. Shot lag time, you can set that as 2. Sensitivity of the sensors, I've got it on high sensitivity. I might want to throw that down to medium. Target recording time, how long you want it to record the target for. It's kind of up to you, or it'll just do its thing until your target's gone. Time lapse, of course. Language, endless capture. Time and date, photo stamp, password protection. This way nobody can hack your card, I guess. I don't know. Format the memory card, serial number, reset settings, version, and back to mode. Now, if you hit when you're on mode here and you push the mode button again, it takes the menu off. But if you go to mode, you leave it on mode, push the middle button over here, it's going to give you photo, video, or you can go photo and video, okay? Now, I'm going to switch this back to photo to show you that once you do that, all you do is just press the mode button again to get out of there, and it's automatically set, okay? So we'll leave it on photo and video for the time being. So we hit mode, okay? Now, this is an interesting thing. Photo resolution, okay? Now, they said 24 megapixels on the ad, right? Well, let me just put something across to you. They must have made an error somewhere, either in the ad or in these, because this firmware is going to take you a hell of a lot further in this one. Right now I have it as 8528 by 3872 pixel at 24 megapixel. I can crank this little puppy up to 50 megapixel at 9344 by 5258 pixel, or P. Sorry, not pixel. My bad. Okay, P. Told you, my brain was fried all day in the sun. So anyways, I'm going to give you I don't know if that's going to even show up right. It probably won't. Cameras suck for recording this sort of thing. Let me see, maybe we can get some other light on here. Oh, that might help you see the menu a bit better. Anyways, so that's definitely far beyond 1080p. But anyway, so I'm going to go back to 24 megapixel. Now, with that, photo series. Let's go into that. Photo series, 1 photo, 2 photos in series, 3 photos in series, 10 photos in series. So you can just have a single picture go, or whatever you want to do, right? Type of thing. So we're going to leave it where it is anyways. Video resolution. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to only be 1080p, right? Well, how does 4K sound to you? 3940 by 2180p is the top resolution you can go to with this thing. Like I said, they definitely made a boo-boo somewhere. And I actually have checked out the videos and played back the pictures. And yeah, they're definitely way up there where I have my settings, and no problem. And when I fire up a video under QuickTime, QuickTime will not allow you to save or export something in 4K unless it's already 4K. It's not going to be on the list, or it'll be ghosted. Only those that are applicable will. And yeah, I have no problem with any of it in 4K. So it's like, sweet. That works for me. So anyway, that's quite awesome. Let's see, let's back out of here. Video length, of course, you can choose how long the video is going to go for. The audio recording with or without audio, that's your choice. It does have microphones in here that pick up the sound. So anyway, they're pretty easy to set up. I mean, the instructions aren't completely terrible, okay? And it says welcome, and then it says bye-bye when you shut it off. But to start using it, you flip it all the way to on. It'll say welcome, and then it'll start counting down a timer so that you can get the heck out of the way, close the lid, and get out of the view of the camera so you don't get your face on there if you don't want it. So this is your night vision sensors up top. Of course, there's your main sensor. As it's snapping shots, even during the day, it's definitely going to be green, but you'll see this flashing red when you turn the power all the way on. That's the countdown timer, okay? And then it'll stop doing the whole red thing when it's done. So now, they said there's supposed to be a USB cable in here, but there wasn't. What they gave me were what appears to be a couple of flash drives, okay? And I do say appear because they technically are not. These things light up like freaking Christmas trees of pure white on the back sides when you plug them in. I'm like, what the heck? So I plugged them into my Windows computer under disk management tool, and to see, you know, these things really a drive. Well, it comes up as a drive, but it has no storage capabilities. And I'm like, that's not how it works. So I don't know, maybe they're glorified flashlights, but you can't plug them into anything. You can't put a micro SD card into them. They do come apart, actually. I've had one of these apart before, probably the other one. Sorry for the lengthy video, but you know, this is worthwhile going through because I get to laugh myself a little silly on some of this stuff. Yeah, okay, so it's not going to come apart this time. All right, somewhere around here I do have the manual for this thing. I did have it nearby. there's a lot of information with these things. There it is. My bad. All right, so we got the user manual. It's basically a little booklet, all right, and tells you it's called the Mini. It's called the Mini i800 or Mini 800. So we got all this stuff in here. It tells us about all the features of the camera, power supply. The English, by the way, is really good. I'm impressed for made in China. Supports micro SD card 32 to 256 gig. Class 10 or higher speed card is just fine. It doesn't care. Don't force the card in forcibly. That's a big thing. The card only goes in actually one way. If you try and do it the other way, it's not going to go. So if you kind of look at your card here where the label is, so you know the little gold pins, they face down, okay, not up. So label up, all right, and that's how that's going to go, and just pop right in and away you go. It takes you through the system setup. Now, funny thing here in photo resolution, it actually does mention the 50 megapixel range in the manual, okay. It does also mention all these top resolutions. The ad, though, says these are only 1080p 24 megapixel. Yet, this is clearly, the manual is agreeing with the firmware here in this case. Like I said, I ain't complaining. I got better than what I paid for, so I'm not going to complain. Video resolution. Well, that's the other thing here. Right up to 4K. You can take it down to 1080p, 720p, 640 by 480p. So these are not 1080p for 80 bucks for a pair. These are like 4K, right? So are you going to whine about it? Because, oh, I ordered 1080p and I got 4K. I'm really pissed off. And I've seen people do that. There's just, I don't know. But anyways, so it is a pretty detailed manual. It's honestly, the beginning of the video, I'm trying to be a little bit humorous. Some bloke told me one time, you should be a little bit more entertaining. I thought, well, you should get off the drugs you're on. But hey, what am I going to complain about? I try to be entertaining, but I also want to be honest and upfront with you guys too. And if I get too entertaining, the video is going to be 3 freaking hours long. So take your pick. Do you want it straight up and truthful, or do you want me to be a humorous crackpot? Take your pick, because I don't mind complaining at times. Anyways, so with this video, I thought I'd give a mixture of both and actually purposely give you some stupid stuff just to self-correct and tell you either way. It is straight up and forward and honest, though, okay? I mean, seriously, these things are literally 4K, okay? They are not 1080p like the ad says. So if you want to get in on these before they decide to change their mind and, you know, maybe backdate the firmware or something, I'd be getting on them quick because they are pretty good. Anyways, it tells you about using the card reader, connecting them, working modes. But, you know, we didn't get a USB cable. It says, you know, connecting the, they call it a camcorder, to a PC by the USB cable. Well, they didn't give me a Type-C cable. They didn't give me any friggin' cables. They just gave me these friggin' sticks that can't even do anything except light up pure white in the backside. Let me demonstrate. Okay, I'm going to plug this in. Watch this. Boom, it's white. I mean, seriously, I kid you not. Can you not see that? Look at this. Off. That's all it does. My computer doesn't recognize it as a drive. Well, neither computer does, my Mac or my Windows computer. Well, my Windows said it was a drive, but it said it had no information on it. And I took them apart and was like, I don't even see a friggin' memory SD card anywhere in there, so I don't know. Anyways, so straight up and out, I know it's a longer video. The straps work really well, but I do think they're a little narrow. They should be a little fatter considering the size of the belt buckles on these things. I would prefer a little bit wider belt for a strap, but you can buy those anywhere. It's like, I mean, even the dollar store carries stuff like that that's much, much wider. I think I'm going to get some that are wider because I'm really not a fan of the little skinny stuff. Besides, they'll also be stronger and better quality clasps, which these work and they work really well. Just saying, it's a preference, but I'm not going to degrade it for points because of that. I do want to give you guys a quick view, though, of some of the stuff that I got. So I did get a video of a bird here, and so let me bring that up for you guys. And he's just right over here. And I mean, nobody's talking or anything. It's just wind going around. You can hear whatever's going on in the forest. Now I got default of 1 minute of recording time. Oh, he made a noise. And I mean, the video quality is actually really good. I'm quite impressed with that. Oh, birdie took off. Okay, so as a still shot picture, we got just the woods. And we got another one of the bird, actually, when he first arrived on the scene. Because I had it for photo and video. It takes both, right? And here he is over in the corner here. So, I mean, the video quality is pretty good. It even tells me what the temperature is outside in Celsius and Fahrenheit. My battery level tells me the date. It was August 21st, 2024 at 1... Oh, that's like 1 hour and 40. I don't know the timestamp. But anyways, that's the 7th picture on that camera. I had 2 cameras set up, so that's camera number 2. I should actually label these things 1 and 2. I got a whack load of friggin' video and everything on this one. No animals, though. I don't have any night footage to show you guys because the night footage, I'm going to redo it because my cameras are being blocked too much by the trees. So it really didn't help. I got stupid, my bad. But for daytime and color and everything, that's really good. 19 degrees, 66 Fahrenheit, tells you all that. You can see the wind moving, which keeps this recording for a little bit. There we go, there's some wind for you. Brush is moving around. Okay, we got another AVI picture, video of something. I don't know, what the heck was this about? Oh, that was me. Yep, I put my arm past there. Nothing in that one. Let's check out the JPEGs. Nothing there. I haven't even been through these pictures yet myself. So if I captured an animal anywhere, I have, other than the bird on the other camera, because I was in the woods. This is just in my backyard by my shop. But yeah, I mean, it's got good video and picture quality. So I'm not complaining. It's going to do the job. I'm going to set them up again probably tonight and do some night runs with them and see if we get any animals in the yard. Because we do get a lot of deer around, and it is approaching very quickly to deer season soon. So the deer are going to start coming to the yard more often either way. I just can't shoot any unless it's a buck. So that kind of sucks. My license only covers a buck. But anywho, I think that so far, there will be an update review, by the way. I think so far I don't have a problem putting these at a 4.5 out of 5 for you guys. And the price, you're not going to beat it. It's under $100 and they're 4K for crying out loud for video and for the pictures. So that's a really good deal. Now, if you want to save on battery runtime, go to 1080p. Okay, run them at 1080p at 24 megapixel or whatever. That's going to give you the most runtime on the batteries. When you start shooting 4K, it's chewing up the battery power. That you can be guaranteed of, okay? Because the one did shoot a pile of video in there, and I did notice that the batteries were actually lower by running it all bloody day, okay? Until like, I don't even remember what time I grabbed them after work the other night, but they were running all day and they were capturing stuff off and on all day. The one especially in the backyard at my shop, those batteries were actually weaker than the ones that were out in the bush because the bush didn't capture very many pictures and not much for video because there just wasn't a lot going on, right? But where there was a lot going on with the wind, the moving of the trees, and constantly recording and taking pictures and all that, yeah, it kind of, the batteries were a little bit weaker. But, I mean, they probably still would have gone through the entire night either way on both cameras. But I was running them at 4K. So my next set of tests, I'm going to run them at 1080p because that will guaranteed save you a lot of battery power. It's kind of like your phone. If you run your phone at 4K and you're recording 4K, your battery's going because it's going, I need power. And you go to 1080p, it's like, I don't know what to do. I'm getting kind of bored right now, so yeah, all right. Anyways, and then your battery is still like 97% after 3 hours. Okay, 4K is like flatlined on an hour. So that's kind of the difference, right? But either way, I think they're a great camera. They're a great value. They do have waterproof seals in them, just so you know, so they are fully weather guarded. And I have no issues with that. We do have to get them out to the forest soon, where we're going to be hunting to track the deer population, to see what's going on, especially with bucks, and to see how many are kicking around the area. And this is going to be a deciding factor of stuff too. So, but that's what I got for you on this one. Do stay tuned for an update review, which will be after hunting season is done with for deer season, because I am going to keep going out until I hopefully get a buck. But once I get a buck, I'm done for the year. So there you go. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.